Hi guys, so today we are back on handstands, looking at a little bit of mobility and then some strength and shape work in our handstands. First what we're going to do is a foam roller extension. So I know it's not actually a foam roller, but it's going to do the job. If you haven't got one, you can use yoga blocks or anything where you can prop yourself up in the middle of your spine. You want it roughly on your shoulder blades, where it's going to vary from where you're tightest. From there, we're going to roll the hips slightly, so there's a little pelvic tilt and keep the abs and ribs locked down. Lift up overhead, and from there, we're going to keep our head neutral. Lower the arms back behind, take a big breath out, and try and let them drop through the shoulders and not just let the arms bend. So trying to feel those shoulder blades drop back as much as we can. Concentrate on the breathing and keeping that shape locked in. What we don't want to do is start bending and losing the benefit. If you need to rearrange a little bit, that's fine. Relax. If you want, you can bring it back a little bit and just use it as a little weight to help you move. Oh, pop from my back through the shoulder blades. Just a little thoracic. So I'm just trying to focus on the top part of my back. Keep everything else nice and still. Relax the shoulder blades as I go back, let them open up. And then round and roll through my back slightly on the way up. So get a little bit of movement in there. Get yourself opened up. And roll back and relax. That's what you can do for time or for reps. It's entirely up to you what feels better. But just having a play around with it, trying to find where you can get the most tension and the most benefit from it. If you just go to one shape and hold it and don't feel anything, you're not going to get the benefit. Try and adjust to find out where it's going to be best for you. Next, we've got a plank variation to work on a handstand shape. So you'll need something where your feet can slide on the floor. So for this one, I'm just going to use a little towel. If you've got a carpet, you can use Tupperware lids or magazine covers, hard floor, whatever you like. As long as it moves, it's going to work. So from there, we'll come down to our forearms. Move forward a little bit to run through. Locking our shape nice and tight. So we don't want our arse sticking back or our back dropped. We want to imagine we're in that whole body dish shape, so we can get it nice and tight. And then from there, we're going to drive back through the elbows as far as we can. Come up onto the hands, back down and in. Right? We're trying to focus on not letting that shape change. So it only goes back as far as you can without the shape dropping. If coming up is too difficult, then just work on driving back, keep your shape locked and pulling forward. What we want is that no change until we get able to get further and further back. It's hard to talk and do at the same time. We're trying to work on driving out into that extension and locking out in that nice long shape and keeping everything nice and tight, not allowing ourselves to bend. The more tension we can maintain, the easier our handstands are going to become, especially kipping. If you lose your tension in the kipping, you can't keep control, it's going to get very difficult to keep that power and efficiency there. So it's working nice and smoothly. We're trying to build up to 12 to 15 reps. So wherever you feel to begin with, just work within that range and then try and build. Lock in nice and tight, push up through the shoulder blades, drive back, get as far back as you can, lift up, down and back. Try to keep that shape nice and tight. Alright? Final one, I'm going to have to do side on again. Let's move this. We're going to work on some shifting our weight in the handstand whilst trying to keep that active press. Alright, so try not to drop into the shoulders. Try and work on keeping an active press and just shifting our weight very gradually. So, I'm just going to do the wall walk to begin with. If you want, just start quite low down, that's fine. All we're going to work on is getting that active press, shifting to one side, lifting one arm up and back down. Press first, up, down, right, then you slide. And when you're ready, walk yourself up, Lock in your shape nice and tight. Shift over to one side, lift. So keep the active press, not let my shoulder drop and lose the tension. Try to press as hard as I can into the floor and back down, right? So each time I want to reset, press up, down. Lose my shape a little bit. Okay. Oh. Again, hard to do and talk. But as much as possible, we're trying to keep that arm driving into the floor as we shift our weight and come across. Again, just by maintaining the shape, building the shoulder strength, and getting used to that sensation of being fully locked out as much as possible. Right? So for that one, I would try and say go for time. Starting off 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and then try and get all the way to a minute. Right? Just changing sides. Take your time to reset your shape and build. Don't worry about just smacking your legs and going as quick as possible with your hips bouncing all over. Try and reset and build that control. Alright? Sweet. Have a go. I hope you enjoy. Any questions, please just ask. And take care, guys. Alright?